YouTube. It's your girl YvonnePryor, and I wanted to make a quick video to introduce to you my decks that I created that are can be purchased on Etsy. My Etsy store name is DivineButterflyStore.com. Now, some of these decks have been selling for a while now, but I should have done a video to introduce them by now, but oh well. So these are the decks. So my first deck that I created, actually it was a little different. I was really an amateur when I created the first deck, so I went back and I I revamped it, and the deck is called Divine Butterflies Truth, Excuses, or BS Oracle Deck. The reader always knows. So this is the deck that you it's juicy, and it's it's kind of, it's not raw, but you want to add a little humor because we would like to think that tarot readings are 100% accurate, but basically it's maybe 85% because there's so much energy involved. These oracle decks, sometimes you want to add a little humor. You want to, just add a little something extra, get some extra information because, these decks they are, these messages they come from, experiences. They come from just messages that we receive from, from spirit. We receive messages and we put them on cards. That's where that creativity comes in at. So I'm gonna pull some of these cards just to show you what they are. So this is basically this, for a love reading. So how I feel about you. That's one of the cards. You know how I feel about you. So this is somebody who, will be for somebody who's in a situation where they are probably in separation, or they're in a situation where they're not given a title, and the person is saying, now you know how I feel about you. Now you know how they do, right? You know I love you. I need closure. Whatever, man. Does your spouse know y'all getting a divorce? So this is one for a situation where, some people will, they stress the truth. They lie a little bit. So that, they could be in a situation and they're trying to tell you that, no, that it's not even like that. It's not like that. We ain't even together like that. We just roommates. You know how they do. I think about you doing sex with her. Oh, I said her, but it says with them. So this is just a little a premiere heartbreak hotel. So somebody's brokenhearted here. Somebody's missing you. I miss you, baby. I know I effed up, but Spirit said we belong together. Can you see that? I see it's a little glare on here. The devil made me do it. Wow. I want you back. So somebody's just out in the cold and they trying to get back home. I didn't mean to stand you up. I had car trouble. So this deck is you know, the reader can tell you if these messages are the truth, excuses, or just some BS. Or just some BS. Sprung like Donkey Kong. So this is the Divine Butterflies Truth, Excuses, or BS Oracle deck. Alright? So the next deck is Divine Butterflies All in Your Head Oracle deck. So you know what? Actually, this deck was created in pink and green first with no pictures. So it's just pink and green with the butterflies on the back. And then just the messages on the front. So this could be all in your head, all in your person's head, you know. So let me give you a few cards from this. So what goes around comes around. So that's somebody's gonna get some karma. Somebody mad as hell. Somebody's mad as hell. Somebody's disappointed. Somebody wants to be taken care of, or somebody wants to take care of you. Ooh, somebody's burdened in a situation. Being with you is a burden. You inspire me. Spirit told this person who you were to them. Conflict and chaos. Somebody played too many games. Somebody plays too many games. Somebody wants to work on this situation. So all of these decks will be in too deep. Just a good addition to any, you know, love reading that you want to add a little something extra to. The chance to hurt me again is not an option. Somebody's getting a divorce, saying they're getting a divorce, need to get a divorce. Somebody's trapped in a three-way love affair. Wow. Somebody's regretful. So much regret. You got a Houdini in the building. A magician. Somebody that's just in and out. Okay. So that is the original Divine Butterflies All in My Head Love Oracle deck without the pictures. Now this deck is the same deck. It has more cards in it and it has pictures. So this deck is a little bit, of course, a little bit more expensive because of the pictures, but and it's a lot nicer. So let's see what, give you a little preview. Change. Love it, fear it. So this person, somebody's ready to love. So they've changed. So they were in fear of love at some point. Somebody's healing. I love you. You make me so happy. Houdini, that's a Houdini card again. Disappearing acts. Putting on shows. Ooh. Not my fault. You taught me how to treat you. We got the Master Manipulator here. And somebody's being watched. Somebody doing some spying, some stalking. I always feel like somebody's watching me. So this card is for someone who may be dealing with a person who's in some type of karmic situation. The person is saying karmic who? It's always been you. Secret lover, somebody sneaking around. Somebody's getting a divorce or got a divorce, and they haven't said anything. They just walking around just free willy, and their person thinks that they're still in a situation. Let's see. Are you working for peanuts? Taken for granted. One person's trash is another person's treasure. I can do bad by myself. This man is carrying a gorilla on his back. Wow. Somebody's in a situation where they just carrying some burdens. They carrying the load. What goes around comes around. The karma. I can show you better than I can tell you. So these are some of the cards in the new and improved Divine Butterflies All in My Head Oracle deck. Like I said, it's basically the same deck, but it just has full color pictures. And like I said, all these decks could be found on Etsy, Divine Butterfly store on Etsy. Okay. So this deck here is my Divine Feminine Winning deck. So this deck is Hustle Like a Boss, Live Like a Queen. So this is for, and it could be for a Divine Masculine as well, but the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine who has put in the work on themselves. They mastered the relationship game, the money game, all of that. The love, they mastered it all. And they are standing in their power. Check with my assistant. So this is what the Divine Feminine or Masculine, this is how it works with them. Check with the one that's winning. Tough pill to swallow. So this is for everybody who didn't think that I was going to win. Divine Feminine in the building. So there's some zodiac sign cards in here as well. I have nothing but options now. Wow. No, this card says now I have nothing but options. Booked and busy. An Empress waits for no one. You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. So this for the ones that want to pop up after you glow up. Yeah, you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. So back up. Community D is not for me. No, we don't do that pass around. And that could be Community P too. It ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Yeah, this divine person, Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine, is definitely winning. And they're not being arrogant. You know, they just, hey, it is what it is. I love me more than you ever can. Chasing ain't my thing unless it's the bag. Checkmate. Vibrating too high My success is your karma. Masturbating, manifesting maniac. Throat chakra off the chain. Cutting ties. Spiritual obedience pays well. I am an entrepreneur. Heart chakra healed. Who's stuck now? You made your bed, so lay in it. Up, shot clock expired. This those who kept you waiting. You had to put the shot clock on them. Put that buzzer on them. Wow. All right, so that is the Divine Feminine winning oracle deck. Hustle like a boss, live like a king or queen. So this is my next to the, well, actually, I've created 2 more decks since this one. Well, no, 1 more. But I still have one that I created early on that I've shown in a couple of my videos. But this deck, messages from a caught up divine masculine plus bonus wild card messages from his spirit guides by Divine Butterfly. So this is actually, this is one of my favorites next to the Divine Feminine winning deck. Really like this deck. You know, with practice, you know, you get better. So I think with this deck, I was have really improved on my skills with creating these decks. Come to the light. Change, poverty. So this is for a person in connection with someone who fears change. You know, they may be holding on to something because they don't want to change. They may fear just being abandoned, or they could be holding on to something because they're financially tied to it, and they're trading that for their happiness. Kept masculine, spoiled with gifts, trips, and financial support. So that could be for somebody who's in a connection with someone, or they could be, you know, with a masculine who they have to spoil them to keep them. Are you really happy or just comfortable? Settling for comfort. I thought my silence would buy me time. So this is for the situation where the person is, you know, something is going on, but they're not saying anything. So they're not ending it, but they're not doing anything to move it forward. They're just trying to buy time. Trying to buy time. You know, usually they're trying to buy time so you can get more attached. So it'll be harder for you to walk away when they have a lot of times no intentions of making any changes. Are you done? Are you just done, or are you done? So this is for a situation where somebody has pretty much told them, you know, okay, are you done for real this time? One of those in and out situations where the person doesn't believe that this is it. It's over. You bring the kid out in me. So this is one of those wild card messages from the masculine spirit guide saying, honesty is the best policy. So this basically says, if you're not happy in a situation, or if you don't want the collective, or if the collective does not want this person, be honest about it. Be honest and move on. I mean, it's just not gonna kill you to be honest. Okay, be honest is the best policy, because if you're dishonest, even if you're doing it because you think you're avoiding hurting someone, then it's still gonna hurt in the end. It's just gonna hurt worse. It's still gonna hurt. It's just gonna hurt worse, and then you're setting yourself for for some karma, and it's not gonna be good. Headache. Every argument is about sex. So this is for a person who is in a connection with someone who may be in a situation that they're not satisfied. They don't even want to be touched. They going home pretending they got a headache every night. They just don't feel good because they don't want to do it. But, all along they think that they're laying there thinking about who they want to do it with. Wait, I need more time. So this is the string alonger. I admire your strength. So this is for, situation where a person is, they playing games, they trying to play you to the left. And the simple fact that you're not standing for it, they may not like it, but they're going to admire that in you. Is it possible to change enough for you? So this is what person, they don't even feel that they're good enough for you. They're insecure. They're insecure. And this is another one of those wild card messages from the masculine spirit guide. Rejecting, foolish. Okay, you're foolish because this person that we sent you is a gift. So rejecting a gift from the universe is foolish. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. I lied to hold on to you. Another wild card messages. Newsflash. Don't blame us for your karmic marriage. That's all you. So basically this is for a situation where a person, some people just feel that marriage is, when you marry a person, that person was chosen by the Most High. And, and that everything happens for a reason. But that does not say that you are meant to be with that person forever. So you may be in that situation so you all can learn from each other. And it's okay that when the love is gone, that you don't just stay in there because it's the right thing to do. You feel that it's tradition, it's the right thing to do. Your mom and dad have stayed together for 100 years. Even though they both had outside, all of that stuff, that's not, yeah. So this spirit guide is saying, don't blame us because you picked that person, and whatever you learn from that, you need to learn it and get to stepping, get to moving, because that's all you. So don't stay in it because you say you feel that it's divinely guided for you to stay in that situation. Worried you'll find someone else. This person is with somebody else and they laying there. Well, they sitting there on the side of the bed worried about what you doing. Okay. Stagnant energy. So this is the person that's just not, they're not doing anything. They probably talk a good game, but they're not doing anything. Slow death, no growth, lack of vision, dormant gifts. And this could be for a person who is dealing with some karma where their gifts have been blocked because they play too much. They play with people too much. They lie too much. They just do the most. They do the most. Let's see. Falling in love wasn't the plan. I know who you are. Let's see. Now I know who you are. Will I be punished for walking away from my marriage? Karma. And this just goes back to what I just said a minute ago. If you have to do things the right way. You can't just be in the marriage, sneaking around, trying to sneak out the marriage. If you're not happy with the marriage, you can exit a marriage the right way and not be a coward about it. And that doesn't mean have the woman on the side while you get out the marriage, or the man on the side while you're getting out the marriage. No, handle that first. Clear all that up. Go through your healing time alone, and then you move on with your life. And then if there are children involved, you don't have to be with, I mean, yeah, it's good if it works. Always great for a children to be with both parents, but if it's not a good situation, then it's not a good situation. And learn your lesson and get to stepping. I didn't allow you to love me. Mind blowing, the best almost sex ever. So this for a connection where you two never just had sex. It was just that passionate energy that when you touch, when you kiss, it was just mind blowing. Lying and cheating is all I know. Wow. Lack mentality. Holding on to anything too tight attracts lack. Inferiority complex. Used to a station wagon. Not ready for a Bentley. I'm going to tell you where this inspiration for this card came from. It came from, of course, this one specifically, a real life experience for me, where I was told by the gentleman that I was dating that he was used to SUVs and he didn't know if he was ready for a sports car. So he was, I guess, comparing me to a sports car and the people who he's been with in the past to SUVs. So that's where this card came from. Used to a station wagon, not ready for a Bentley. So if a person is not ready for what you're bringing, then it's okay. Somebody will be. Causes of a spiritual ass whooping. Lying, stealing, manipulation, hoeing around, playing games with an earth angel. Don't do it. Don't do it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't do it. Thought you put a spell on me. So this for a connection where the person is, they just fail so quick. So they think that you just put the hex on them. Too many people involved. So this is player here. Either it's player, they can have family involved, just outside interference with the connection. So those are some of the cards from. There are a lot. I mean, this is. I love this deck here. there are quite a few YouTubers, one who use my decks. Mystic Beauty uses my deck. Spiritual TT. Who else? Phoenix 37. It's just a whole list of them that use my decks right now. And like I said, I just released another deck that I haven't even received it, so that I can preview the deck, so I could, I guess I need to proof it just to make sure that it's good before I put it on the before I actually sell it. So I'm waiting on my I'm actually waiting on my deck to come from the printer. Okay, so this is the Waiting Game Oracle deck. So I've used this deck during my readings too, not very often, but it just answers the question that a lot of us want to know. When is it going to happen? When is this person coming? When am I going to find love? When? So this deck helps with answering those questions. So this is definitely a good addition to a love reading. And my decks are, I consider my decks good for just love readings in general. Although the twin flame dynamic what actually brought me into this, what guided me into this, I wouldn't consider myself being on a twin flame journey. So my decks are not twin flame decks. My decks are for love readings. Divine feminine, divine masculine does not have to be twin flame. Okay. So let's see here. Good now. So something is don't we like to see this? Because we want stuff right now. We don't like to wait. When you start loving yourself. But this is when, there needs to be some healing done that's blocking whatever it is you want from coming to you. Possibly years. Oh my God. Within the next few days. I like that. That's that wand energy right there. When pigs fly. Oh, that sounds like never to me. Next month. In the fall. In divine timing. When you stop chasing. That means back up. Chill. Don't hold back, but don't chase. Anything you chasing has to be running away from you. So don't chase. When hell freezes over. That sounds like probably never. When you heal your addictions this week, in the spring, it might be too late. Make the first move. Too damn long to wait. Ooh. Somebody about to give up on that. The thrill is gone. Possibly months. Have patience. Don't hold your breath. Because it just might not happen, okay? Just keep doing what you normally do. Okay? Don't hold your breath here. When you learn your lesson. When the divorce is final. Don't call me, I'll call you. Not now. Next week. Somebody's still horning around, so this tells me, I'm still horning around, so, it can happen now. It can happen when I get through with all that. But I'm just letting you know I'm still horning around. You left, so you tell me. Wow. this weekend. So these are some of the messages from the Waiting Game Oracle deck. And as I said before, all of my decks can be found on Etsy. Divine Butterfly store on Etsy. And I appreciate you all for stopping through again. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe if you like the content. And I thank you so much to my current subscribers. And I will see you on the next video. Have a good one.